Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and I'm excited because we are heading to the bins today. I just got here. We're about to head in. There are a lot of people lined up outside, and it is a little bit crazy in there today. I did one round already, and my fingernails have taken a hit. We're looking pretty rough and ready today. And also everybody in there has been a little bit aggressive today, so looking forward to doing that again. But I am excited because this is the best place for me to find inventory for my Poshmark. Like, I find the best things here. I've already found a couple of really good things, so I'm excited to go back in. I've already spent over $50 and it's only been one round, so we have 3 more flips today to do, and hopefully we can find some more really good things to resell today. And I'm excited. If you guys are excited, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the YouTube algorithm to show this to more people. So I'm going to take you guys in with me. We're going to see what we find, and hopefully we don't get punched out. It'll be great. How chilling is this Teletubby that I found in the bins? I kind of made it a little creepy, so I'm sorry about that. But then I found this Coach bag, and it was just destroyed on the ends. And I find a lot of just destroyed bags that I would normally pick up if they were in good condition. Those are things that I ended up leaving. And then I am sorting my cart here. I found this really cute little Ralph Lauren knit dress that had a stain on the front. I was also going through my pile though and sorting things into things I'm going to take to buy, sell, trade, like this little Nike kind of quarter zip piece I'm going to take to buy, sell, trade, because I have been really utilizing that strategy a lot. And this is another piece that I'm going to take to buy, sell, trade, and I was just folding it up to put away, and I was like, no, I gotta show the camera. It is just too cute. It's a pair of overalls with these little like geese on the front. They killed me. I think that it's probably like from Shein or something like that because it didn't have an actual brain on the inside, but I just thought they were adorable, so I still picked those up to take in to buy, sell, trade. And then I spent a little bit of time looking at this jacket as well, which is a really beautiful jacket, but eventually I just have to look up comps. So then I found this Brooks Brothers little lamb's wool sweater that was really nice, but as I'm about to show you, it does have some holes in it, and I always have to check things that are wool or cashmere in the bins because often they are fully. But then here I was really excited to actually capture this on film because I am in line to check out, and this is what I mean when I say that they flip my store every hour or so. This is them rolling out things that you were able to purchase, and they're going to replace everything in this store. So it is empty, as you can see. Now we're heading up to check out. Hello! How are you? I'm great. How are you? We're back home, and now let's jump into the haul. I can hardly wait to show you guys what I found. And this is probably my best find of all time. Honestly, it is an amazing piece, and I have never found something even this good. Even at a Goodwill, a Salvation Army, a regular thrift store, I ended up finding in the bins today Balenciaga, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So let's just jump in. I just want to show you the piece. I found at a Salvation Army before a pair of Christian Louboutin shoes I sold for like $400. This piece definitely has potential to rival that as my all-time biggest sale, but it's not perfect. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But this is the piece that I found in the bins. At my location, there's a ton of resellers, but this particular piece was inside out, and honestly, it looked like a blanket. It is just like, this outside part is a velvet material. The inside part just feels like it would be like a blanket when you're not seeing the front. So this is the piece, and I have done research on this. I've looked up and I found this exact style. It was sold at Balenciaga. This is what the tag looks like. The tag looks and feels amazing. This is an exact style that has been sold, and it is this romper in blue velvet. So that's what it looks like. There's a lot of draping, a lot of pleats up here across the shoulders, and then we have a dropped waist right there, and then these shorts. And the whole thing is covered in a Paris print, and I just thought it was so nice. So that is what this piece looks like. It looks really good and authentic, and when I was checking it out while I was in the bins, I double checked inside because I couldn't find a size at the top, and it does also have the inside tags here as well. This is in a size 36, so I mean I'm assuming that's a European size. I'm not quite sure, so that's what this looks like. There's another Balenciaga tag right there, made in Italy. And then it has also things saying not to wash. I'm assuming this is dry clean only, which, you know, makes sense. So that is all of the different tags. Honestly, it's looking great. And I found this Balenciaga piece in the bins for $1. That's insane. So I looked up originally this piece, its suggested retail price, what it actually started off being sold for, I think was around $1,700. So almost a $2,000 jumpsuit is what I am holding. And then the last price drop that I saw the last time it was sold, so at Neiman Marcus, I saw that it was on sale for $734. So that's the lowest historical price for this. So I mean, I definitely will have to look up comps. I'll have to figure out what they're being resold for. But I mean, I think I can get somewhere between $500 and $1,000 for this. It does have something wrong with it. I just saw this while I was putting it up on the hanger and inspecting it. Obviously, even if there's something wrong with it, I was going to pick it up for being in the bins. There's a small hole beginning to appear along this seam, and right down here, basically at the crotch, there's another little hole forming. Now, because the holes are appearing right at that seam, that is an easy fix. Either I can have my mom fix it, which honestly makes me a little worried. Mom, I love you, I trust you, but I don't know if I trust you with this. Or I could sell it with those details included and then have somebody take it to their own tailor. So then if it does get messed up, it's not my particular fault. So that is, though, one of the craziest things I've ever seen in the bins. The craziest thing I for sure have ever found in the bins. And I have found some amazing things in the bins. But guys, what do you guys think? Do we hate it? Do we love it? I am pretty confident that this is real. It feels really nice. It feels right. All the quality, all the tells are good. But I think the thing that is going to be harder about this piece is it ugly? Is it adorable? Is it ugly? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Let me know down below. But that should be one of my best sales of all time, hopefully. So obviously I want you guys to give me your input down below. Should I try to get this fixed or should I sell it with the flaws included? Let me know what you guys think. So next up, what is gonna follow that? You know, I just kind of picked something to follow it that I knew wouldn't be the most shocking piece in the world, but I actually found, I would say probably about 6 or 7 designer items all on this one trip to the bins. I was there at my bins all day, and every hour or two, they flip the entire store. So they kick everyone out and they wheel out new bins full of new clothing. And in every single flip that day, I found at least one designer item. So the Balenciaga was in one. You guys already saw the Christian Dior blazer in another. We still have Coach and Armani coming to you. So you guys need to be paying attention for all my upcoming bins videos because there are some popping ones coming to you. But this piece I picked up based on style. I thought this was a really cool kind of moto style jacket. It's just from Express, so it's not exactly like a super high-end designer, but for being in the bins, I definitely thought it was worth it. It's that off-center moto style to a jacket, and we have this kind of faux suede going on. I thought it was a really beautiful jacket, and like I said, it's from Express, and it is in a size small, so it's a little bit of an oversized jacket. I like that it has a little fur here at the end. It's a really beautiful coat, so I'm excited to have picked that up. And I'm thinking maybe I can list around $35 to $50 for it, and then I'll hope to make at least $30 from it. So I thought that was a nice piece, but again, it's hard to follow up the Balenciaga romper that I found in the bins for $1. But we're gonna do our best. Next up, we have a brand that I like for myself. I like it as a mid-tier designer brand, but it doesn't have a lot of resale value, and I often find myself passing over, especially in a regular Goodwill. It's always marked up, and that's Michael Kors. And Michael Kors doesn't always do super well for me, but you would be surprised. Sometimes it does sell pretty well. So this is a Michael Kors little hoodie. I liked that it had this kind of asymmetrical, almost tulip style hem to it. And we also have a Michael Kors logo down here. So I thought this was a really pretty kind of piece, a nice little loungewear piece I think will do well compared to some of their workwear pieces right now. I think people are just more in that mood to just have things be comfortable. You know, I definitely am. And this is in a size extra large, which is another main reason why I got it, because I sometimes don't even pick up Michael Kors in the bins. but I knew that extra large would be a good size. This was a good style from them, and I do think that it should do pretty well. I probably will only be able to list this for around $35. I'd be able to list maybe $50 if I'm lucky, but I'm hoping again to just make at least like $25-$30 from that one. Okay, now we have kind of a wild card piece, and this is a very interesting find. You guys know that I like to find and pick up vintage pieces, and this is one of those, but it's a very interesting one in that this is like a vintage Coca-Cola crew neck cropped sweatshirt, which is really unique. So it's this really light yellow color. It might have been more vibrant at one point. And then it has this really cool, I don't know what this fabric is called, but it almost feels like a quilt on top. Coca-Cola like scene of people skiing in the mountains, and it says thirst knows no season, and then it has the Coca-Cola logo down here. And I just thought this was a really cool piece. It's a little bit shorter, it's in a size medium, but you can barely tell because look at this tag. So I have not seen a Coca-Cola tag like this. I do feel like this is vintage because of the tags. This one is like almost worn off completely. You can't read the care instructions on the back, and then you can just barely make out that this is in a size medium, and the medium is inside of a circle. So a lot of those things are telling me that it is vintage. It looks like it. Sometimes, you know, people that are modern brands try to make something that looks like it's vintage, but it's not. This I feel like is actually vintage, and I think it's really, really cool. If I had to take a guess, I would say this was probably from like the 80s. That's my guess. I thought it was super nice. It does have a little bit of wear. I did think that there were a few marks over here on the front, but because of its age and because of how cool this graphic is, I do think I can get some good money for this. I would be surprised if I sold this for less than $50 because Coca-Cola really does have a kind of cult following to it. And I do think since it is vintage, I can probably get a good amount. So I think I'll probably list for around $50 to $75. But the comps will be up on the screen. I could be totally wrong. I've not found something like this. I've never seen something like this. So I'll look it up. You'll see it on the screen. But I just thought that was such a cute piece, and it definitely is a men's sizing. It's a little oversized. Next up, we have a lighter piece that helped to even out some of those heavy coats that I found in the bins. And it is this really kind of sweet tank top. It's a racerback style. It's a really fun kind of pattern to it. It almost looks like this is just like nothing at all. I like how it's almost like floating stripes. So this is see-through in between those more bold stripes. And then we have a really thin racerback style for the back. And I felt the quality of this in the bins. I was like, wow, that feels really nice. It feels like it's like Lululemon or something like that. And then there's no tag anywhere on it, but the only thing on it that I could find was right here, this logo, which tells me that this is from Athleta. And I love selling Athleta myself. We actually just sold another Athleta piece today that I found in the bins for I think like $50. So I like to find them. Eventually, after I saw that, I think I got home before I realized there was a tag on the bottom, but I mean, knowing your logos is important. So this is from Athleta and also has the style name on here. So hopefully I can find a stock photo for this. But for a tank top, I'm probably not going to get a ton of money. But since it is a really cute style and a really pretty color, maybe I'll list around 25 and maybe I'll get 20. So I'm okay with that, especially for how light this is. Everything at my Goodwill outlet is $1.49 per pound. So definitely less than a pound to buy that. Next up is a piece I was really excited to find, and that is this faux leather jacket with this kind of front knitted sweater, like waterfall thing going on. But this is from the brand Blank NYC. And I have only sold one piece from this brand before. It was a black faux leather jacket. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I sold it for over $50. So for finding this in the bins, the last one I found, I paid up for at like a buy-sell trade store. I thought this was definitely going to be worth it. It's in a really nice dark green color. And it has that knitting detail on the sleeve as well. It gives you a little bit more comfort for sure. But I just thought this was a nice piece. It's in a good size. There is a flaw, and that is right back here. It's not a hole, but some of the faux leather has pulled away right there. So that's the only thing that's really wrong with it. I still think I can probably get $35 maybe for it, even with that little detail. I'm glad it's on the back. That is the only problem with it. I think it's a really nice kind of almost like a moto style coat. And I do think that that's a nice color. So that is hopefully going to make us some good money, and it is a really fun piece to have found in the bins. How exciting is that? Then next up is a sweater, and you guys know I love finding chunky sweaters. I pick them up all the time in the bins, and this one is a really fun kind of Fair Isle print sweater. It's in this really nice brown color, and I say Fair Isle, I don't know if this technically is like that kind of print, but it looks like it to me. Does it look like it to you? But this I picked up because it's from J. Crew, and it's 100% lamb's wool, and it was hand knit. So all of those things are great. I do pick up J. Crew items quite a bit if they are knit. If this was a Ralph Lauren piece, I would be all over this. I sold a hand knit Ralph Lauren piece like this for $200. I do think that I can probably get some good money for this one as well. This one is that hand knit. It's in a size medium, so a men's medium. Really a nice kind of brown colored sweater. This is really high quality. It feels amazing, and I didn't see any holes, any tears, any stains on it, so that's amazing. I'm thinking for this we can probably list right around $75. It honestly might be more. I don't know about J. Crew specifically. I just know even if this didn't have a brand, I would put it up for $75. And I would probably sell it around that. I just sold another chunky hand-knit sweater that was no brand at all, and I sold it for $67. So with it being J. Crew and with this kind of brown color, I'm hoping that I can sell it for at least that $75 amount, and I think I should be able to. Now, before you go any further, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Like, you have no idea how much it helps out my videos when you do that. And also, if you're not subscribed already, I would absolutely love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button. It's a super easy way to support me, and it is absolutely free. But this next piece is by a brand I don't know if I've ever picked up. Maybe I have in the bins before, but it's a Joseph A. Bank piece. And Joseph A. Bank, traditionally, there's just a lot of it out there, and it's more like workwear pieces, but they are catered towards men more. And men usually don't mind spending as much on their workwear pieces, is what I find to be true. I found this really long wool coat from Joseph A. Bank. And normally I probably would have left this because I just have a lot of wool coats right now, but this one is new with tags. So this is nice too in that it has the actual style name and all of this information down here on the sleeve, as well as up here on the price tag. So this is from their Travelers collection. It's the Tailored Fit by Joseph A. Bank, and it is the Tailored Fit outerwear 100% wool, size 44 extra long. So the reason why I decided, yeah, I'm going to definitely pick this up is because of this price tag. Can you guys see this? It feels, look at the, okay, first of all, the numbers on here and the lettering right here, that kind of says to me that it might be vintage. So I'm not quite sure if this is vintage, but if you guys could read that, it was originally on this sticker. This sticker is over another price. So I don't even know if this is the original price, but this was $655. And then eventually somebody bought it for $249.98. So this is a $700 jacket. Eventually it sold for $250, but it still is a very high quality item. So for picking it up for around a couple bucks, thought it was worth it for sure. So this is the piece. It's super long. I do think it's really nice. Honestly, I feel like my little brother could rock this moment, but this is super cool. I'm going to look up the comps. We'll see what I can get for it. I literally have no idea. For how much it originally was, I'm guessing I can hopefully list it for at least $150. That would be my hope. But man, I've never found a new with tags, maybe vintage wool coat from Joseph A. Bank before. Have you in the bins? I don't know. I feel like that's a very specific ask. So, we'll see. But the comps will be up on the screen again. I think that we have a good shot of making some good cash from this. And then I feel like it would not be a Bins Thrift haul, a Bins Thrift with me, if we did not find at least one Polo Ralph Lauren or Ralph Lauren piece. I did pick up this one, which is this red colored long sleeve polo, and from Polo Ralph Lauren. And this is in a size extra, extra large, which is an excellent size for selling. It's a nice red color, and then we have a green polo here on the front. Nice contrast, some buttons right there. Excellent condition, no flaws, nothing wrong with it. I put these up quite often, and I probably will sell this right around that $35 mark. I'll probably list around $35 and then hopefully make $30. And that should do pretty well for me. Usually these have a pretty quick turnaround time as well, and I find them quite often in the bins, so I'll take it. Okay, now we've got 3 dresses and then 2 other pieces, and I am saving a very good piece for the end, so make sure you stay until the end. But these 3 dresses are more in the style of kind of more workwear-ish pieces, but they're beautiful dresses. They'd be really nice for wearing to church, if you wanted to wear them on a date, to a job interview, something like that. This first one is from Ralph Lauren, and it's this beautiful, deep colored blue dress, almost to the point of being purple. Like it's right there between a very nice royal blue and a violet. But it's got this really beautiful kind of pleated skirt here at the bottom. So gorgeous. I love that it's kind of a fit and flare. I think this is probably a 3/4 length sleeve. At least on me it would be 3/4 length. It looks a little bit short. And then it has some nice structure throughout. There we go. It's from Ralph Lauren. It's in a size 16. And it is an absolutely gorgeous piece and a gorgeous color. So I picked that up. And hopefully, I don't know, we can make 35 to 50 from that. I think that's a gorgeous piece. And long sleeves, things with sleeves tend to do better for me, which is a little unfortunate then that this next one doesn't have sleeves. But this one is also a really fun kind of pattern. And I do feel like this would be a very slimming kind of fabric and shape to it. It's kind of another fit and flare, but we have a really defined waist. And this is from Clavin Klein, and it's in a size large. So that's what that piece looks like. It's very soft. I think this is probably a cotton. And Calvin Klein actually does pretty well for me, traditionally speaking. It doesn't always sell quickly, but it will sell eventually. And I'm hoping to make like 25, maybe 30 bucks from that. And we have one more dress, and it is also Calvin Klein, but this one is more of like, you could wear this to a job interview. You could direct a boardroom in this piece. It is a black, more fitted dress. And it has this gold detailing across this area of the neckline. And they do unhook as well, so if you need to, I don't know, take it off so you can get your head in, you can do that if you need to. This is also from Calvin Klein and is in a size 16. So I wonder if the same person donated all these pieces, even though I found them all in different bins. At least this one and the Ralph Lauren one, I feel like probably came from the same person. I just thought this was a nice dress. It is very nice and thick. It feels very luxe. We have a zipper that goes down the back. I thought it was a pretty piece, and hopefully we'll still have a market for it, even though people are wanting to be comfy. Last 2 items. Now, this piece is something I'm really excited about because I find so much sportswear in the bins, and a lot of it I pass on. I do bring home a lot of it that Jeremy is in charge of, and he is supposed to be taking pictures of them and listing them. And then there's some pieces that I actually get excited about, and this is one of those. So this is a vintage little fleece pullover, and it's for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I do tend to do pretty well with Philadelphia Eagles and Baltimore Ravens items. Don't ask me why. It's probably because they're just more popular, but this is an NFL and Reebok collab, which helps me determine that it is vintage. The ones that have the Reebok collabs generally are, and it's in a size extra large, which is an excellent size. But this whole thing is fleece, and then it has that Philadelphia Eagles green going across in a stripe that goes down the sleeve as well. It's a really, really nice piece and really cool. So then we also have the NFL logo here on the back, and the NFL logo definitely helps it to be worth more than it would be if it was just from another run-of-the-mill sort of brand. So since it's actually NFL branded, it is going to do well. It has that kind of patch on the front, and I am really excited about this one. I think it's pretty cool. Like if I was a person that was into sports, I would wear this to a game, you know? So I think for this we can get at least $50. Honestly, it might be even leaning towards that $75 mark. It is a nice piece, it is vintage, and it's in a great size. So thought that was a cool piece, wanted to show it to you. And then the very last piece I have in the haul is this little romper, which honestly shocked me that this would be worth a lot, but it is. This is from the brand NSF. This is a new to me brand. I had not heard of this, but I did check the comps and look it up again based on the quality of the material, which is really thick, really well made, and the actual tag itself. The tag looks high quality. It's really well made. It's secured on all sides. It just looked really nice. It's a zipper down the front, little romper. This brand is made in California, but it's also sold at Revolve. So I was really excited to find this because all of their pieces, everything I was looking at least, a lot of their things retail for over $400. So this piece probably cost originally at least $275, maybe $350. And I found it for $1 in the bins. Oh my gosh, I feel like this haul is popping, guys. Like, come on, are you not as excited as I am? This is cool. So this is in a size small. And I looked it up. It is called, I'm gonna have to look at it again. I don't remember. It's called the Anna hooded romper. And so I thought it was really cool. It has the dolphin style shorts, all of this kind of more athletic-y, almost like varsity style piping. It's a really cute piece. It has a hood as well. I think this would be such a fun piece for spring and summer. And it's in excellent condition. The only ones I could find like this that were selling or being sold right now are in white, which is definitely a little bit harder to get a good amount for, because usually if something is white and it's been used, it just looks a little bit dingier. But this one is navy blue. It's in excellent condition, so I think I can probably get at least $75 for this. Obviously, I'll have to do some research and looking up, but honestly, I think I could get at least that amount for this, especially since it probably cost at least like $300 originally. So that was an exciting piece too. So I really began and ended with zingers. There were some zingers in the middle as well. I was just zinging all over the place today. I hope you guys enjoyed thrifting with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the haul. Make sure you guys let me know down below which piece was your favorite. I have to say the Balenciaga, it's gonna go down in history as one of my best finds, I think, hopefully. So that is probably my favorite piece, but I wanna hear your guys' too. Let me know down below. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.